Can social media and privacy really coexist? During this presentation, we will discuss the topics of big data, privacy policies, location information services, and the steps you can take to keep your information private. What is big data? The definition of big data is an extremely large collection of data that reveals patterns, trends, and associations, especially relating to human behavior and interactions. Have you ever noticed an ad urging you to do something you and your friend were just talking about, like taking a trip to Hawaii? Or have you ever noticed that new pair of shoes pop up on your Instagram feed? This is all thanks to big data, and here's a small graph of how it works. Each time an individual searches the web, shops online, checks in at his or her favorite store, bits of information are gathered to form an algorithm of that individual's shopping habits, web search history. A privacy policy is a statement or legal document that discloses some or all the ways a party gathers, uses, discloses, and manages. A privacy policy is a legal contract that most people do not take the time to read, yet they're so quick to click I agree. It is important to read a privacy policy before clicking I agree. In the next slide, we will cover some of the things that are covered in Google's privacy policy and in Facebook's privacy policy. Here's a look into Google's privacy policy and some of the information that they collect. This is just a small portion of Google's privacy policy. As you can see, they collect data about you, such as the terms you search for, the videos you watch, your purchase activity, your voice and audio information, the people who you communicate with, and many. Here's a bit of Facebook's privacy policy. Facebook's privacy policy is a bit similar, yet they collect a bit more personal information, such as your full name and email address, and even the people who you speak with. As you can see, there are many location based services that can be very useful, such as GPS. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Recently, Google admitted to anonymously collecting information. Fortunately, there are ways that you can keep some of your information. For starters, you can begin with the incognito browser. To enable the incognito browser, you can right click over the Safari tab and click on private browsing. What this does is you can also disable your location services by clicking on the settings menu. The procedure is the same for Android users. A more advanced technique to keep some of your information private would be to disable the analytics. Analytics is the information that marketers are after because it shows your shopping histories, your frequent locations, your app histories, and your social media habits. By disabling this, you're basically opting out of sharing all that information with social media companies. The purpose of this report